welcome back for another video. My name is Josh Kasich, and today is my Armitage III review, or Armitage III movies review. Now, originally, there was an Armitage OVA, I think about 12 episodes, I think it was, and it was later on all put together into one movie, like no cuts, no anything, just one long movie. And this movie is called Armitage Polymatrix, or no, Armitage III Polymatrix. Okay, so essentially, and then the second one is Armitage Dual Matrix, which is it's kind of confusing because, like, if you have no context, you wouldn't know that the 3 in Armitage is a not the fact that it's the third Armitage movie. It's actually part of the characters set in the movie, and so technically Dual Matrix is technically Armitage 3 Dual Matrix, but for whatever reason they didn't put the 3 on there, so we have no context. It makes you think that the Dual Matrix is the first one, Armitage 3 is like the third one, and then there's like no second one, so it's like just like weird. But no, there's only 2, and Armitage 3, the 3 is not indicating the third movie, is just part of the thing. I just want to clarify that. So essentially, the first part is that a incident happens in Chicago where a guy with a big briefcase is kind of running from the police, and he runs by a detective named Ross Sylibus, and he's also being hunted down by this girl, or this kind of police officer from Mars, because there's a colony on Mars, which I think's I think Ross is originally from. It's been a long time since I've seen this, so I'm trying to remember this offhand, but I think that's right. And yeah, so they were able to stop him, and the suitcase opens up to reveal a famous singer, dead, but it's robotic. So it's kind of weird. Like, what? Why is there a robot version of the singer? Well, we find out later that is the singer, and she's actually been a robot this entire time. And essentially, the plot is basically, now the beginning parts really show that the writer really loves Chicago. Like, he really likes Chicago. He did pay attention to details and everything. But essentially, Ross goes to Mars and actually gets partnered with Naomi Armitage. And we find out the first plot is that she's actually a robot too. She's actually she's just like the singer. And these robots are called Armitages, and they're Armitage 3. They are the third robotics, and not only these are so advanced that they're practically human. I mean, they're robotics, but they're human too. It's like kind of weird. So essentially, they can actually even reproduce children. Like, if she fell in love with someone and, did the thing that, I'm not going to really go into details there, she could actually get pregnant and have an actual baby, which is like really weird. If a robot that can actually give birth and it's basically living, it's really weird. And you can't really replace it. They're like really like kind of like sentient robots. But the plot is that there's someone out there trying to destroy these Armitages, or because they felt like they're replacing humans. And it turns out the singer is actually pregnant when she was killed. Now, I still find that weird that a robot could get pregnant, but that's still sad. I find that still sad. Like they killed they killed the mother, and they killed the baby too. It's like, man. But yeah, that's the subplot. They now they discover that Naomi is one of these, and she has to quit the force. But Ross, they had after a brief moment, they start to having a attachment to each other, and they finally found her creator that's been like missing, and he's kind of not all there until they started the people who are after these Armitage are is coming to attack the place. And so it's really interesting. Both Ross and Naomi found the crater, and they're being attacked. And when her crater finally, kicks in, and finally, first he says that she's like a mistake, but then he treats her. At the end, I think he kind of starts to actually treat her like she is his daughter, and she's supposed to be missing something. I guess she wasn't complete, and so she was supposed to be the creator's going to complete her, and that's kind of the whole point. And then we find out that the people who are trying to kill him are actually robots too. I think there were robots versions made from an actual person, and one of these versions of these robots actually works for her creator. And I think it's his original. It's been a while. Like I said, it's been a while, so I'm trying to remember everything. But it's basically the simple plot is that they're going to have to defeat this person who is hunting Armitage is the main point. But yes, the assistant that was originally her creator's assistant, and now is on with a bunch of robots, and we find out these are a bunch of robots because Armitage and them keep killing them, and he somehow comes back, and that explains why. But yeah, that's kind of the main part. And then they that relationship that Ross and Naomi built turns into love. And then the second one is that they've been married and have a daughter. And there's this guy out there who the whole debate right now is saying, these robots, Armitages, should they get rights as human beings? And unfortunately, so it was Ross there. This guy is trying to stop that from happening, but also recreate Armitage. He's trying to create Armitage for himself. So he can have a love robot that's essentially. And he's missing something that Armitage had. How does she able to create life? And that's what he's trying to get from her. And he kidnaps their daughter, and this forces Ross to not say yes to giving rights to the Armitages, and he was the last vote, and since he didn't vote, they didn't get their rights, unfortunately. And there's no other movie to correct that. It ends with this movie, but but they're and eventually they obviously save their daughter, and they have to escape. But this guy did capture Armitage at one point and created two robots that are kind of like Armitage, but still missing that key factor. Well, on their way to escape, the robots are trying to attack them, and they're trying to but Armitage is able to reprogram them, and they end up killing their master. So that's kind of the main point, and they are able to escape, and that's those are two of those movies. And I have to say though, it's a very weird concept, but I think it has a really good story, and I think even if you get past that weird concept, it's actually like I said, it's pretty good and interesting and enjoyable, and I definitely would recommend this. I would probably give it an 8 out of 10 because I still think the whole robot thing having birth basically living is still weird. But other than that, like it's still a good, and yeah, I definitely recommend it. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you're new, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified for the next upload. My YouTube channel website link, my Twitter, my Snapchat, and Instagram are all in the description as always. And thank you, goodbye.